6 months post stroke, as you guys can see. Um, Today's actually the spot on anniversary of my stroke. I had it on April 20th. So today's not an emotional day, but it's very like sobering and stuff that it's, you know, I had my stroke 6 months ago. But as far as how I'm doing, um, my legs are much better. Like I'm like standing and walking and all this stuff. I have like my own personal goals, so I'm trying to like hit and stuff. But I do still use a walker for stuff like the supermarket sometimes. Sometimes I use the cart, but I'm slowly trying to like wean off it. But I still have it. I'd rather like have it and like not need it than need it and not have it, because it really comes in handy when it's like someplace new or someplace that requires a lot of walking and stuff. And no, I don't have to take as many breaks with the walker, so that's nice. Um, yeah, writing's still kind of a challenge. Writing, typing, all that stuff, like just getting like my fingers to like work, getting like my arms work is kind of like that was the area I can tell that was affected the most out of like anything. I think like I thought walking was affected pretty bad, but when you think about it, that's only like one thing that you have to like get together. Like I mean, you have your toes, but like your toes like work with your feet. Like what do you use your toes for? Right? But with your arm, you know, you've got like your arm and you've got like your five fingers that you have to like really kind of like not just get balance back to, but you have to get coordination back to. It's very hard. It's very difficult. So my life, it's very sedentary. I still do like chill a lot. And I know it sounds, you know, I like it just chill, but no, I do like my exercises and stuff like that to hopefully gain mobility back. But I mean, let's be realistic. I did have a stroke, and I've got to like take it easy. So there's that. Now that you guys know kind of like how my progress is going, I kind of just want to talk about a couple things. Number one, um, so really, I guess I should number this because I'm not gonna keep track. Like, basically, the biggest thing I want you guys to kind of take away from me having like it would be a Kamaya video if I didn't burp, right? The biggest thing I want you guys to take away is kind of like to do things on your own time. It's very difficult because like my doctors, physical therapists, like family friends, like everyone projected, oh, full recovery, or like when you get back to normal, you just not, you'll be it's very annoying because I'm really realistic about my situation. Like I get it, and I don't get mad, and I really don't want you guys to get mad at people that you love who check on you, because people can't help when they say like, "Are you better now?" or um, you know, "Are you stuff like that?" Stuff final, like what you have, like it's what you have done. You know what I mean? Because they don't understand because they're not in those positions. And for me, I don't know when this is going to be done. I don't know if it's ever going to be done. I may or may not be able to like work my right hand again and stuff like that, which is sad for like other people. I just kind of like accepted it. It just kind of is what it is. Oh, that's Starbucks. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of is what it is and stuff like that. Like you have to be, because I didn't think I was gonna have a stroke at 29. Like now I'm 30 and stuff, which is great. I mean, it's my birthday, yay. But like, I didn't expect to have a stroke. I didn't realize my high blood pressure would take it there. So really, you guys kind of have to kind of just focus on yourself. Like focus on your own personal goals. Focus on when you want to write, when you want to read, when you want to walk, when you want to do this and that. Don't give up. Definitely have goals for yourself, but have them your own personal goals. Like don't worry about how other people feel about it, because if I worried about how other people felt about it, I'd have a lot more pressure. I think it takes a lot of pressure off you, and for you to kind of like think to yourself, okay, well, this is how I feel. This is what I feel comfortable with doing right now. This is probably what I'm going to shoot for. So like I said, that's why I said I have my own personal goals and stuff, because like everyone just wants me to be recovered and back to work, and this is not and stuff, and it's just kind of like that's not the case. Like I'm really like I'm not having a hard time, but I'm trying to relearn everything again. I get some kudos, but I don't get enough kudos for learning how to walk again, okay? I do get some kudos, but I don't get enough kudos for that. That's a fundamental piece of things, okay? Like relearned how to walk, and I live in my own apartment again 6 months after a stroke, like before 6 months. So I mean, it's just that's a big deal and stuff. So you know, but yeah, my personal goal really is there's a park actually like that's right next door to my apartments or whatever. Like they have these huge steps, which I would like to eventually my goal is to do those steps, go up and down, because right now one of my biggest challenges is steps or would be steps. Um it's kind of hard to go like up and down and stuff like that right now. So that's definitely like something that I want to like eventually get to. Right now I'm just doing the ramp that's next to it, and there's no like railing next to it, so I pretty much only go like halfway and then come back and stuff. But I'm still very proud that I could even do that. Like, I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself at one point, so I was like fall risk. So I think that's really impressive that I could do that. But I also understand like I live in Vegas and it's like super hot, so I think definitely take more cues from your body. Like, don't think about what you used to do before, and that's kind of like one of the things that I had to like kind of deal with. Because like before, like I would keep walking and stuff, and I would do like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I was a force. But now you have to be more in tune with your body and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, and I don't know how much just I can stress that to you guys. Like, there's nothing wrong with understanding, like, okay, like I'm thirsty, I need to just like cut this short and go home and drink water. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have it with you, that's one of the important things. Like, my hands hurt, oh, I gotta do a crossword puzzle, this is for babies, I don't care, I still gotta do it. Or whatever, just little things and stuff like that. Like, especially the thirsty thing. Because if you're thirsty and then you think you're gonna, because don't forget, you gotta finish going down that hill, gotta come back up. No, I'm gonna go home and get my water, because I'm not about to overheat and have another stroke, because you are sensitive to that in the first year. Next, I would say do little things that make you happy, because it's very hard to be like happy at this time. Like, everyone wants to feel like bad for you, and people think you should feel bad, and it's just not realistic. It's not healthy to really be sad all the time about like the things you can and cannot do anymore. Like right now I have my home like Halloween decorated. Now you can't tell. But right now I have like cobweb and like some ghosts and like bats and stuff like that, because it's something that makes me happy, and it's something that brings joy to me. Like, I just kind of like did what I could. But just the little things that bring you joy, please do those. Please still do those. If a pedicure brings you joy, great. If a manicure, if going shopping, if going out to eat, just like any of these things like that you can do, if you can do it, please do it. And please, like, I have my bad days just like anybody else. Like, I'm not a positive ray of sunshine all the time, but it's really important to like understand, like, those just need to be days. Those need to be just moments that you have. When you're sad, have your sad day, and then have like an amazing week. You know what I mean? It's easier said than done. I definitely understand depression is definitely a thing. Like, I definitely felt it. But try. All I can ask is that you try. It's not easy, but And the last thing I want to talk about is, just because someone doesn't look disabled doesn't mean they're not. Like, I get that I look normal still, which is nice. I don't look like I've had a stroke. I still look like my old self. It's really the functionality with somebody that still looks normal. Like, I mean, it's really that and stuff. And sometimes like we're insecure about it, or like we feel like we'll be like shamed for it and stuff. Like, when people ask me to like sign something, I'm just like, no. Because I know it's gonna take a long time, and I know my signature looks like crap right now, but yeah, just so that's pretty much kind of what I want to get across. Like, just because someone doesn't look disabled doesn't mean we don't feel it. We know we're disabled. You might not, but like that doesn't mean treat people like crappy. You know what I mean? Or treat people like they're back to normal, because they're not back to what they were before. Just understand, like, and for people who haven't been surrounded by like a disabled person, kind of the best question you can really ask us is like, how's your recovery going? You know what I mean? How are you? Just like keeping it general. Because I know you guys don't mean any harm by asking like, are you okay? Because I'm not okay. I'm still working out things and stuff, but so it took a lot to kind of like understand that like you guys don't mean any harm and stuff like that, but it's annoying because this does not end. This is not something that ends for you, but you know, but I understand you guys like care about my well-being and stuff, and all I can really answer is that I'm recovering. So, and anybody else who's disabled can answer that they're recovering or they're okay for the moment, stuff like just general. I usually just answer very general. My friends know I'm not very specific. Like I'm very just like, yeah, I'm okay. I'll be specific if I need to be, but like if I don't need to be, then I'm not. I'm just very just like I'm fine. So yeah, that's really it for today for my 6 months. And yeah, if you guys have any experiences with that, like you being disabled or a disabled person in your family, or even if you have any questions, definitely don't hesitate to ask me or don't hesitate to talk to me. Like, I think it's interesting, like getting more into like the ableist community and stuff like that. I'm just like, ooh, like I can relate. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out and stuff. I'm kind of crappy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of crappy with my responses. I'm kind of general. Like I said, I'm very general, but I mean, you know. But don't think that what you have to say, like, if you have to say it in that moment and then I just, like, react or whatever like that, then, you know, yeah. Okay, that's it. So that's it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, I'm reading a book right now. I'm going to finish it off today, and then I'll probably be back tomorrow for a book review. So, yeah, see you guys then.